Wrestling Juice presents, the Saturday Night Main Event Earthquake, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns return with vengeance on Paul Heyman. Ladies and gentlemen, WWE Universe, brace yourselves. What just went down at Saturday Night Main Event is nothing short of historic. The atmosphere was electric, the tension was palpable, and when the dust settled, we witnessed a wrestling earthquake that will shake the WWE landscape for months, maybe years to come. I'm talking about the seismic collision of two colossal forces, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, making their thunderous return, not as allies, not as friends, but as merciless avengers targeting the man who once held their strings, Paul Heyman. Setting the stage, the backstory you need to know. Before we break down the chaos and devastation that unfolded, let's rewind and understand the deeper layers of this explosive story. Paul Heyman. A mastermind strategist, a cunning advocate, a man who once had the WWE Universe eating out of his hands because he controlled the most dominant men in the company. For years, Heyman was the trusted advisor to Brock Lesnar. His silver tongue and tactical brilliance helped Lesnar dominate WWE like few others could. Then, in one of wrestling's most jaw-dropping twists, Heyman shifted his allegiance to Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, guiding him to unprecedented heights of power. But what happens when a man who played both sides finally crosses the line? The return of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, a collision course. Saturday Night Main Event was buzzing with anticipation all night. Rumors had been swirling that Brock Lesnar was set to return. Roman Reigns, the face of WWE for years, was already commanding the show. But the WWE Universe never saw the storm coming, both men walking into the arena, eyes locked on one man, Paul Heyman. This was not a reunion. This was a reckoning. The moment that shook WWE, Brock and Roman's vicious assault on Paul Heyman. As Heyman entered the ring, seemingly confident, the crowd's cheers turned to shocked gasps as Brock and Roman suddenly appeared. The betrayal was palpable. The man who once pulled the strings was about to be cut loose, in the most brutal fashion imaginable. Brock Lesnar unleashed his raw, beast-like fury, landing devastating blows that rattled Heyman like never before. Roman Reigns, the calculated and relentless tribal chief, followed with his signature power moves, sealing the attack with a vicious Superman punch and a thunderous spear. Heyman was left sprawled, humiliated, and broken. The WWE Universe watched in stunned silence, some cheering the justice, others gasping at the brutality. What does this mean for WWE's future? This moment signals a tectonic shift in the WWE hierarchy. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, once seemingly controlled by Heyman's cunning mind, are now unshackled, ready to write their own brutal legacy. Questions now swirl. Is this the end of Paul Heyman's role in WWE? Will Lesnar and Roman now be rivals or uneasy allies united by vengeance? How will the WWE roster react to this seismic power realignment? What new feuds and storylines will emerge from this cataclysmic event? Fan reactions and social media explosion. The WWE Universe wasted no time. Twitter blew up with trending hashtags, #Lesnar Reigns return, #Heyman betrayal, #Saturday Night Main Event shock. Fans debated endlessly, was this the best storyline WWE has crafted in years? Was Heyman's downfall long overdue? Many fans praised the raw emotion and storytelling, while others expressed shock at seeing two legends unite against their own advocate. Historical context, comparing to past WWE earthquakes. To truly grasp the magnitude of this event, let's put it in perspective with other WWE seismic moments. The Montreal Screwjob. Stone Cold Steve Austin's rise. The formation of the Shield. The WrestleMania XXX moment when Seth Rollins cashed in. Saturday Night Main Event's Brock and Roman saga sits right alongside these legendary shifts in WWE history. Predictions: where do we go from here? Based on what we know, Wrestling Juice predicts. Paul Heyman may reinvent himself as a solo player or seek new alliances. Brock Lesnar could return to his beast incarnate persona, unleashed and uncontrollable. Roman Reigns might double down on his tribal chief persona but with a new intensity fueled by betrayal. A potential Lesnar vs. Reigns showdown that could eclipse all previous encounters, but with even higher stakes this time around. The complex relationship between Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman, a deep dive. To fully appreciate the magnitude of this confrontation, we need to understand the tangled web of relationships that define Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, the mastermind architect. Paul Heyman isn't just a manager or advocate, he's a strategist, a wrestling savant whose genius lies in controlling the chaos around him. For Brock Lesnar, Heyman was more than a mouthpiece, he was the voice that explained the beast incarnate's actions to the world. For Roman Reigns, Heyman transformed him from a rejected underdog into the dominant tribal chief, head of the table. Heyman played a delicate balancing act, managing two of WWE's most destructive forces and molding them into dominant champions. But what happens when the puppet master becomes the target? Brock Lesnar and Heyman, a love-hate saga. The Lesnar-Heyman partnership goes back to Brock's UFC days and early WWE runs. Heyman was the perfect advocate for Lesnar's wild, unpredictable nature. But Lesnar is the beast incarnate, a man who plays by his own rules. There were rumblings backstage for years that Lesnar's relationship with Heyman was complicated, a blend of respect, dependence, and frustration. Roman Reigns, Heyman's new champion. When Heyman shifted his loyalty to Roman Reigns, many fans saw it as a betrayal of Lesnar, but it was a masterstroke. Heyman elevated Roman's character to a new level, using his guidance to build a dominant, fearsome champion who ruled WWE with an iron fist. Yet underneath this calculated alliance, tension simmered. Could Roman and Brock ever truly coexist with Heyman as the intermediary? The Saturday Night Main Event Showdown, breakdown of key moments. 1. The unexpected entrance. The arena was buzzing as Paul Heyman took the stage, ready to address the WWE Universe. The confidence was visible in his swagger, but the crowd didn't know that the storm was brewing behind him. Suddenly, the lights went out. The roar of the crowd turned into a deafening roar as Brock Lesnar's music hit. The Beast made his iconic entrance, eyes blazing with intensity. The WWE Universe exploded. But the shock wasn't over. Before Heyman could react, Roman Reigns' music blasted through the speakers. The tribal chief appeared, smirking, but his eyes cold and focused on Heyman. 2. The attack, brutality meets strategy. In a rare moment of unison, Brock and Roman pounced on Heyman with calculated brutality. Lesnar's suplexes and strikes were merciless. Reigns' precision attacks, including the Superman punch and spear, showed a side of the tribal chief we hadn't seen before, ruthless and unforgiving. Heyman, for the first time in years, was vulnerable and helpless in the ring. 3. The aftermath, the silence of the crowd. When Brock and Roman finally stepped back, Heyman lay motionless, the crowd stunned into silence. This wasn't just a beatdown. It was a symbolic execution of the old guard and the start of a new era. Behind-the-scenes insights, what WWE insiders are saying. Wrestling journalists and insiders have hinted that this angle was months in the making. WWE creative wanted to shake things up, and who better than Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns to deliver a seismic shock. Rumors also suggest this could lead into a major WrestleMania storyline, where personal grudges and legacy collide on the biggest stage. Recap, why this moment will go down in history. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns returned together for the first time in years. They targeted Paul Heyman, the man who controlled their careers. The attack was brutal, symbolic, and emotionally charged. This sets the stage for massive shifts in WWE's power dynamics. Fans and insiders are buzzing with theories and excitement. The future of WWE just got a whole lot more unpredictable. Final call to action. Now it's your turn, Wrestling Juice fans. What do you think about Brock and Roman's return? Was Heyman's downfall justified or shocking? Who will come out on top in this epic power struggle? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and favorite moments in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to stay locked into all the latest WWE breakdowns. This is Wrestling Juice, your home for everything wrestling, breaking news, and jaw-dropping moments. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Wrestling Juice. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more explosive WWE content, and hit the bell so you never miss a moment. Tell us in the comments, who do you think will rise from this chaos? Brock, Roman, or Heyman? And what's your prediction for the future? Let's get that conversation started. If you thought tonight's story was wild, trust me, what happens next will blow your mind. So don't stop now. Click on the video right here on your screen to continue the chaos, the drama, and the inside scoop only we deliver. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and join the Wrestling News CC family, where the real stories of WWE come to life. See you in the next one.